Hello there, it's Thursday, the 2nd of June 2016. Good morning to you, it's Chris Reardon, United Kingdom Talk. I'm here nice and early for you today, and the reason is I'm recording this very early in the morning. It's like, where's my clock? Oh, it's on the other side of it. It's just coming up to 1:45 in the morning. And the reason I'm recording early today is because I'm going to be a busy little boy this morning. Ronnie, my best mate Ronnie, has got some sort of infection in his face. Either the eye or the sinuses or both. And it keeps coming up. He's now been on 3 different lots of antibiotics, none of which have cured the problem. And certainly in his eyes, he says sometimes it feels like there's grains of rice underneath his eyelids. So extremely painful. And this has been going on for 3 or 4 weeks now. So this morning, I'm taking him down. I've got to meet him at 9 o'clock in the morning, pick him up at 9 o'clock in the morning, because he can't drive. All his vision is blurred, and it's I can't think of anything worse, actually, than when you have problems with your eyes, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to drive him at 9 o'clock down to his specialist hospital that he attends. 1 minute. Sorry, attends a specialist hospital in London, Chelsea and Westminster, and they're going to have a look at it. And I've got a feeling they're going to keep him in and give him what's that called when they put the bag of antibiotics and put it in your intravenous. That's it. I've got a feeling they're going to keep him in for a while and do intravenous intravenous antibiotics into the vein somewhere. And he hates needles. He pretends that he doesn't, but I know he does, because he always refuses to have the flu injection, which, as you know, is quite an important thing. So that's why I'm sitting here early today doing my little recording. Now, you may notice, observant viewers may notice I think I'm wearing the same shirt as I was yesterday, and there is a reason for that. Because Chris Lotze in the United States of America clearly has a little bit too much time on his hands at the moment, and he has created this poster. Have a look at this. And here is the said poster, inviting you to the first annual fashion intervention to retire the shirt. There is a picture of the most glorious shirt, which I've got on now. Nothing wrong with this. Look, it says, please help us convince Chris Reardon to retire one of his questionable choices of men's attire. That dreaded Ralph Lauren plaid button-up shirt that was obviously designed by a blind, racist, overweight Uber driver. Help us, you forgot the bit that says that drives around at 20 miles an hour. Help us to end this nightmare of fashion by attending the first ever Chris Reardon fashion intervention. Time and place to be determined. Please bring as much lighter fluid and matches that you can carry. Thank you. Nothing wrong with this shirt, dear. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with this shirt. This actual shirt, believe it or not, is the one that gets most comments from everyone else saying, oh, that's a nice shirt. There's actually 2 of them. There's this one and another one, which I think I was wearing on Monday or Sunday, and people like that one as well. But this is actually a liked shirt. It must be you, Chris. You just clearly have no sense at all of any fashion whatsoever. Look at this. It's lovely. Little horse on the top. Ralph Lauren horse. If it's got Ralph Lauren on it, it can't be anything wrong with it, can it? Dear me. It's only because you can't afford one. I bet you go down to... Now, what's that place called? T-Shirt King. I went down to T-Shirt King once in Florida. I bet you've got a T-Shirt King near you, where you can buy like 10 shirts for $10 or something like that. I bet you wear that sort of thing, don't you? We need some pictures of you in various attire, Chris. That's what we need. Send them through, all right? Thank you very much. Yes. I found a pair of jeans that fit me. I'm now wearing stretch jeans. I can't remember, except from when I was a little boy, that I ever bought a pair of stretch jeans. The problem I have had over the last few years is that my shape has changed. My shape has changed, okay? And if I get a pair of jeans to fit round my legs and my bum, the waist won't do up. If I get a pair of jeans that fit around my waist, they hang down off my bum, and they just look dreadful. And I've been like that for about 2 or 3 years now. I've not found jeans that fit, and I think it was my sister that told me, why don't you try stretch jeans? And so I've bought some. I think they're off Amazon, about 20 quid. Would you like to see my new stretch jeans? He says, quickly tucking in his shirt behind. I actually have trousers on today. Sometimes, I'm going to let you into this little secret, right? Sometimes I'm actually sitting here in a pair of pants. Or sometimes nothing at all under the desk. But it doesn't matter. I reckon that's what the BBC news readers are like. The people reading the news on BBC One, Colour. The 9 o'clock news from the BBC with Angela Rippon. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, that's a really old one. That was 1970s, that one. Oh, was one of the best. Would you like to read it? I'll see if I can find that. This was one of the best news themes ever, I think. Let me see if I can find that. 1970s, so that should be out of copyright now, I would imagine. BBC News 1970s, maybe. Let's try that, see if I can find that. No, it's not that one. Okay, BBC News, 9 o'clock maybe. Let's try 9 o'clock. That looks about right. Right, here it is. 1985. Oh, it's later than I thought it was. 1985. And I've got some birthdays coming up as well, boys and girls, all right? So this is the BBC best ever news theme. Have a listen to this.
In half an hour, there's all the best of Dave Allen here on BBC One.
Here we go.
The 9 o'clock news from the BBC with John Humphreys and Andrew Harvey.
Oh, that was the BBC's best ever news theme, 1985 that was from. Oh, maybe I need a little theme like that to open my show. What do you reckon? Do we need a little bit of music at the beginning, or you're all right just coming straight into it? I would like to know your comments on that, please. Send them through, a little message underneath there, please. Or maybe send in an email. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Do we need, as well as the little jingle at the end, do we need a bit of music at the beginning as well? Oh, the jeans! I haven't shown you the jeans yet. So here we are. I don't know how I'm going to show you. I'll have to stand on the chair. I'm going to stand on the chair. See, look, they fit. Look, they actually fit. Look at that. I'll pull them up a bit. They're fitting. They're not hanging down here anymore. Do you want to see the bum? Is the bum all right in these? Oh, dear. I'm trying to turn around now. Oh, hang on. It's going to fall down now. Oh dear. I'm warning. I don't want to get too excited. The trouble is when I'm doing these shows with you, when we're having this little chat, you and me together, I do get quite excited. As you may have noticed once or twice, I get quite excited doing these shows. And the trouble is I don't want to get too excited today because I'm going to bed in a minute. You know, you are watching this possibly while I am asleep in my little bed with my electric blanket, completely alone for how many years is that now? Oh, it's been so long, boys and girls. There's no one to cuddle me in bed. On the other hand, there's no one to pass wind in my bed. Is there? Or snore. Shh. Shh. Or make noises, or steal the duvet, or roll over onto my side. Oh, there's a lot to be said for sleeping alone. Have you got a partner? Are you thinking now, do you know what, Chris? You're absolutely right. I wish I slept on my own again. Come on. How many of you? There's a few of you like that, ain't there? Oh, isn't it awful? Especially if you've had a rat or you don't really like the person you're sleeping with anymore. That's the worst thing, isn't it? And it does happen. You know, you're with someone maybe for a period of time and you don't really want to be with, but you haven't told them yet. And they're in the bed with you. Isn't that the worst thing ever? No, get rid of them, dear. Either get rid of them or leave, one of the two. Come on, make your mind up. Don't hang about. Move on to the next one. That's what we got to do. So they're my stretch jeans, and I'm quite pleased with these. As I said, I think they're only about £20-25 off eBay. So I'm going to see, Ronnie will be honest with me. If he can see out of his blurry eyes tomorrow, he hasn't seen these yet. So I'll ask him what he thinks, and if so, I might order another pair or two off amazon.co.uk. One click ordering and it arrives the next day. I love it. A few of you now still mentioning there is a problem with Facebook Live at the moment. Now, it's not as bad a problem as it was before, because if you remember, for a couple of weeks we had the thing cutting off and not working at all, and it was a problem. They've sorted that now, but also now when I do a Facebook Live video, it is now a mirror image. Now this, what you're watching now, is a video recorded not with Facebook Live, on a normal camera phone, right? This is an iPhone. We do all my videos are done with an iPhone, except for the long ones, whereas I use a high definition Canon camera. So all these videos are done with an iPhone. Now what you're seeing now is as it is. This is exactly as it is. The mirror ball's in the right place and all that, right? If I was doing this with Facebook Live at the moment, it's now showing a mirror image. So the ball would be over the other side. And it wouldn't be too much of a problem if it had always been a mirror image. It's basically when I'm recording, when I'm broadcasting the karaoke nights live, those of you that watch it regularly, or those that have been to the venue, will know that the stage is over there, the microphone's there, usually the person stands there and there's a window and that sort of thing. Well, at the moment it's all been turned around, and people are first of all, they get confused. They're like, there's something wrong with that bit, can't work out what's wrong, and then it suddenly dawns on them that everything is the wrong way around. Because for some reason, Facebook Live is showing a mirror image at the moment. Now, I've emailed them twice. They haven't replied to either of those emails. I am, of course, assuming it is a Facebook problem. Joey watches these shows, and I know you do your Facebook Live thing. Is yours a mirror image now? You know, when you watch it back, is everything round the wrong way? Because I'd be interested, because if it's not, then maybe I've got a problem with the phone. I did try today completely deleting and reinstalling Facebook, but that hasn't cured the problem. So I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a Facebook thing. So hopefully they get that sorted out on the next update. Those of you that watch the karaoke shows, until then, it is what it is. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do this end. There's no like button or thing to change on there. Okay, so sorry about that, gang. Terry H mentioned that he's loving now the near everyday show. When I say near every day, it is every day. Now and again, I might miss one or possibly two if I'm really busy. Like, for example, tonight, I'm lucky tonight because it's a Wednesday night. I come in from the quiz early. When I say early, it's early for me. I'm usually back in from the quiz at around about 10 to 12 at night. Although I was a little bit naughty today. I did stop for a bar of chocolate early, which was quite naughty. So because I've come in, and then as I came in the door, I got a little beep beep on my mobile phone. It was Ronnie. Said, "Can you take me to the hospital tomorrow?" Because he can't drive. It's ridiculous trying to drive, and he does try and do things when he shouldn't be doing them. You know, sometimes when you're sick or ill, you've got to leave it to someone else, and that's how it is. So that's what he's done tomorrow. So I'm taking him to the hospital. But because I came in early, if he'd have rung tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, "Can you take me to the hospital now?" there would have been no show today. So, you know, sometimes it's not quite possible to do one every day. So that's why I say it's not every day. It's nearly every day. And Terry H says he is enjoying the daily shows. It's interesting, funnily enough, Terry. So thanks very much for that message. But you remember, of course, we used to do the live Saturday morning shows, and that's coming to about 9 months ago. We stopped doing those. And the reason I stopped doing those was because I found myself wanting to do sometimes things on Saturdays, and I couldn't because I'd said that I was going to be here. And once I say I'm going to do this, I do it. Do you know what I mean? So every Saturday, I think it was 11 o'clock. Was it 11 or 12? I can't remember now. I would be up, I'd set the alarm, get up at a certain time, and I'd be here. And then I'd found I'd lost the whole day. By the time I'd finished doing the show and uploading it and doing slight editing bits, I found I lost the show. So I stopped doing it. And people quite nicely sent me messages asking to reinstate it. And I said it wasn't really possible. The funny thing is, now that I'm doing these almost daily shows, I'm actually doing 20, 40, 60, 20. I'm probably doing almost 2.5 times more than I used to do with that single Saturday show. Isn't that funny? And I didn't realise it. Giving, of course, that these short shows do appear to be getting longer and longer. Has anyone noticed that? I do wonder, with the longer shows, is anyone still with us at the moment? I mean, there's probably a few of you still there. Wendy will still be there. Adam will probably be there. Ray will be there. I wonder how many... And Chris will be there. Chris Lotze will be there. I wonder how many people have got to this 14 minutes or whatever it is now. How many of you are still there, I wonder? Put a message at the bottom to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just go back to doing 1 minute. Do we need 1 minute shows? But certainly, these daily shows are getting longer and longer. I've really got to set myself a limit of 20 minutes because it is just too much, really, isn't it? And there's no reason for that. What I do, I think, when I'm doing these, I do over-prepare. Now, here's all the stuff that I'm supposed to include today. This is what we've done. And there's all this stuff here. I've got cuttings here from newspapers that build up over the course of the week. Because I'm not using it, because I'm just going off on a tangent all the time. It's very, very difficult. So that's the reason for the Facebook Live swap around. It's just not working at the moment. Okay. Thank you very much to Adam. Don't forget we've got some birthdays coming up as well. Four birthdays today. Thank you very much to Adam for sending us in a message. Adam the plumber. Now I believe Adam has fixed Ray Reynolds. Now what colour did he say it was? Honeysuckle. He's got a honeysuckle. Oh, you people with the coloured bathroom suites, you're blooming pain when it goes wrong, aren't you? People can't. It's so difficult to match up the colours. So Ray Reynolds, I think at this point, will have had his honeysuckle bathroom suite repaired by Adam the plumber. So Adam the plumber is writing in. Good morning, Chris. Hope you're well. Just a couple of updates for you. First, the company name I may go with. Now, you may remember about 4 or 6 weeks ago, we were asking or saying that Adam wanted a new name for his plumbing business, which at the moment is called KWA, I think it is. Plumbing Services, I think. Anyway, he says the name I may go with is Adam's Maintenance Plumbing Service, or abbreviated to AMPS. That's a maybe, but not definite yet. Adam's Maintenance Plumbing Service. I don't like that's too long. Adam's Plumbing Service is all right. I think that's all right. Amps, no, because you sound like an electricity person. Can't be amps, and it can't be APS. I reckon Adam's Plumbing Service. That sounds nice. What do you reckon, boys and girls? What do you think of that? Or maybe you've got another comment. If you have, put it underneath this show on the Facebook or the YouTube. I reckon he should go with Adam's Plumbing Services. Yeah, that sounds all right. He says, not definite yet. Also, befitting Ray Reynolds' sink tonight, so he should have done that by now. We'll try and film it on time-lapse and send you a copy. Oh, yes, do. Send it over WhatsApp. No, WhatsApp. Send it over WhatsApp if you've got it, Adam. He says, I've had an idea for the show called Notes and Queries, like they do on the BBC. Basically, send the emails into question and the viewers give the answer. What do you reckon on that? So if you've got a question about everything and anything, just send it in as an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I read it out and we see if viewers to this programme have got answers to it. I quite like that. Who's going to send in the first question? Come on, send us a question or something that you don't know, and we'll see if a viewer has got the answer. Although you could Google it. I mean, you could Google it, I suppose. Don't know. Yeah, try it. Try it. If you've got a question about everything and anything, send it in and let's see if one of the viewers has got the answers. He says, and the tip for the day could be a new feature again, with people writing various tips. So if you've got a tip, any tips about anything at all, like my tip today could be, don't waste your time peeling carrots. Just chop them up and put them in. Wash them. I never peel carrots. Never. I chop the ends off, just a little slice off the ends, right? Then I wash them under the water, and then I chop them up. I never ever peel anything now. No, not potatoes either. Even roast potatoes. Oh, have you not had roast potatoes where you don't peel them? Give them a good wash, right? Then put them in the oven with a bit of olive oil on top, and then shove them in there about 40, 45 minutes, something like that, till they're nice. Oh, they're delicious, delicious, delicious. Don't peel anything. Do not peel things, boys and girls. So Adam's tip for the day, if you have an outside tap or a tank in a loft, do you have it insulated? People think that you should only have these insulated in the winter, but not true. It should be all the time to stop things like Legionnaire's disease. Oh my God, have I got that coming into the house now? The place is alive, it's alive. There's so much dust and dirt in here, dear. I don't want Legionnaire's disease as well. Oof. Poke my eye out then. Most people's bathroom sinks way you brush your teeth or connected to the tank in the loft, so it's better to brush your teeth in the kitchen sink. Oh no, Adam dear. Why, have you got Legionnaire's disease in the bathroom? People that think that you should only have these installed in the winter, but things like Legionnaire's disease. What stops Legionnaire's disease? What, put in insulation around your taps? Does it? How's that then? What, you can't get in? I don't know what are you talking about, dear? Christ, you're going to have to check the way you write this before you send it through, lovey, because I'm not making quite sense of that last bit. I'm certainly not going to brush my teeth in the kitchen sink. Oh, no, dear. What, in the same sink that I do my washing up in? Not that I don't do washing up in that, dear. I have a dishwasher, thank you, dishwasher. Oh, do you remember that? A few months ago when the dishwasher went wrong. Oh, it's the end of the world. Let's do these birthdays today for you, boys and girls. Happy birthday today to John True, my very, 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 very good friend John True, who I haven't seen now for about a year and a half, John. Maybe a bit longer now. John True was someone who always came to Belushi's karaoke in London Bridge, and he also came to Belushi's karaoke in Camden Town as well. Happy birthday to you, sir. All right, it's been a long time. Please come along to one of the others. It's been so long since I've seen you come and do your numbers. Happy birthday, John. Never forget you, mate. Never forget you. Happy birthday to Rick Abbey. Rick is a DJ, someone else I've known for years and years. Met him as a customer in the Black Cap when he was but a wee young lad. I don't know how old are you now, Rick? Let's see. Have you hidden? Oh, you're 33 today. Happy birthday to Rick, 33. And there's a picture of him with his cat. I can't show it to you. Happy birthday to George Cox Cree-Ra. George Cox Cree-Ra. Happy birthday, sir. And happy birthday today to Simon Grant. All right, happy birthday to you four. Here we go, gang. Oh, where's my music? There it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, John, Rick, George and Simon. Happy birthday to you. Wow. Did you see the way that I managed to get 4 names fitting rhythmically into the happy birthday today? That's it today. Have a lovely Thursday. I shall be very, very busy today. And I'll see you again soon, all right? Thanks for watching.